Josh Donaldson talked with Meredith when his day was done, and so did Aaron Hicks, who was limited to just 32 games last season.
Aaron, how have you felt so far out there this spring?
I've been feeling really good. Running around the bases has been good. Swinging's been good. So I'm pretty excited.
Talked in the past, and most switch hitters take some time for you to get comfortable at the plate. Just how's the swing feeling on each side?
It's been good. I went to the minor league side yesterday. They got like 4 bats over there. So I think I'm going to utilize that a little bit more. Being able, since it's a shorter spring training, and I feel like you get 4 or 5 at bats in like 30 minutes. So it's pretty good.
I was going to ask you, just how valuable is that to be able to go over there and make sure you get the at bats in, considering the constraints in the spring training?
Extremely valuable. Especially since for the first couple games we're only playing like 4 or 5 innings. So to go there, get some work, that's definitely gonna be nice.
It's been a longer layoff than I'm sure you would have liked because of the injury. Is there something to be said just for getting back out there in center field?
Well, I mean, I kind of did that in the DR. I kind of got that rust off going out there and playing with those guys out there. And, when I came to spring training, I felt ready. And that's kind of how you want to be.
You told me the other day you feel like this team and you have a chip on your shoulder. Why is that?
Because we haven't achieved our goal, and that's winning a World Series, bringing number 28 home to New York, and that's our goal.
How odd has this spring been for you so far?
Yeah, I mean, it was a bit of a whirlwind the first few days. Just trying to get situated, obviously get acclimated to the new environment. At the end of the day, it's baseball. You try to get here and prepare yourself and get ready for the season.
Aaron Judge said the other day that he was talking baseball with you, talking hitting with you for about 30 minutes. How much do you enjoy just talking about the game, talking to other players?
Yeah, I enjoy guys who also enjoy, talking about the game. That's something that, over the course of time, you just try to find, little things here and there that might be able to help you and, take you to the next level as well.
You're a guy that can clearly send the ball over the wall, but what has it been like to watch guys like Aaron Judge and Giancarlo Stanton in person as opposed to seeing them from afar, like years past?
Yeah, I mean, it is, they're special. They're special talents. So they have that ability to hit balls really far. And, try not to get too caught up in that because that's probably, it's part of my game, but not quite as far as how they hit it.
How do you feel this spring? Are you where you would like to be right now?
Yeah, I feel good. I feel like, every day get a chance to get in here and get better. And that's where I'm at right now. And if this continues, I feel really good heading into the season.
Sounds like for both Donaldson and Hicks right now, it's all systems go. And I like hearing that from Hicks, the fact that he sneaks over to the minor league field and gets some extra reps in.
That's what you need to do in spring training, especially during a condensed spring training. As he said, get over there, get some more swings in it. It's about getting the repetition going right now, getting as many at-bats as you can. And, of course, with Hicks being a switch hitter, he wants to make sure he feels comfortable from both sides of the plate. And you know what would make the Yankees feel comfortable? If Hicks could replicate what he did in 2018. Played in almost 140 games, had an OPS over 800, had 27 home runs. He was a reliable linchpin player for the Yankees. Injuries have caused him to struggle. He hasn't been in the lineup. And as the Yankees look toward this season, if they could have a reliable Hicks, that could be so vital to what they're trying to do. And
it's nice to be able to throw Judge in center field once in a while. He seems to embrace that, so that could factor in. But again, keep Hicks on the field. And also, it gives Boone some things to play with in terms of a leadoff hitter. Hicks, he used Rizzo already. You can see DJ LeMahieu, obviously. So where do you see Hicks kind of factoring in?
This is going to be really interesting. I tried to mess around with a lineup, and then I said, I don't even want to turn this into a graphic because I don't want this to appear somewhere and 2 weeks from now be totally wrong. Well, because Hicks is a switch hitter and can hit from the left side, he's a guy that that they want to have in there somewhere where they can sandwich between a few of those righty hitters. I mean, against a lefty pitcher, obviously I think DJ LeMahieu is your leadoff batter. I think Judge is locked in that number 2 spot. After that, you're probably going Rizzo 3, Stanton 4, Gallo 5, Donaldson 6, because you want to do left-right as often as you can. But it's going to be interesting, Bob, because they obviously have 5 infielders for 4 positions. But I'm going to keep riding on this train that I mentioned during our last show. That's a solvable problem because when you have 5 infielders for 4 positions in a week, those 4 infield positions mean there are 28 opening starting slots. toss a couple of DH days in there where Donaldson might get those. You're now to 30 starting slots divided by 5 players. That means everybody plays 6 games a week. That's a pretty healthy amount. And with the way the Yankees like to rest players, I'm sure that's the kind of plan they're going to be using.
All right, so right now there is another interesting option in Yankees camp that can pretty much play anywhere on the field, Jack, and that's Marwin Gonzalez. Most Yankees fans know him as a member of the Astros. Again, for them, he was kind of a Swiss Army knife. He's played every position except catcher. He signed a minor league deal with the Yankees. Can he, if he can hit, because he struggled to do that last year, factor in a variety of ways?
Hit under 200 last year, so kind of bottomed out offensively, but versatility is a big part of the game in 2022. And so the fact that he can play all of those positions is something that is definitely appealing, definitely attractive to the Yankees. It's a minor league deal. It's someone who is worth taking a flyer on. I think that's what the Yankees are doing in this situation. So it's up to Gonzalez to try and prove to the Yankees that he still has something left in the tank offensively. We'll get to see that throughout the rest of the spring and see if he can claw his way onto this roster at some point.